My name is Nettie Kyliuk. I was born November 21st, 1920 in Horodanka, Ukraine. We had a large family. There was 8 girls and 1 boy. No telephones, no electricity. All the kids had to help, especially in summertime. You have to work in a garden, you have to, and then go sometime. The fields were about a mile away from our house. My mother was a good person. She looked after the children, very much for the kids. She was doing everything, And she would go to work on the fields, as well as my father. He was a religious man, and he was serving in the army. It was actually Austria. My mother made me a doll from a rolling pin, and she wrapped it up like, the face, nice, and she made the eyes there and mouth, She scratched it out, wrapped it up real good, and there was my doll. So I was carrying it around, and that's it. It was a heavy doll, too. I started about close to 6 and started in Polish because that time the Poles took over our country. So I passed Ukrainian and I passed Polish, too. So I was already in grade 2, but I caught on to it very fast. I caught on to any language. Like I came here, I was talking by 3 months, I was talking already English here. My family decided to come to Canada because we had already 2 older sisters in here. And so they my mother wanted to come, and father, to Canada, and they believed that, there was a better life in here. I remember about the trip to Canada, and that big ship actually was. And we hit the storm, and this ship was going, from side to side. Everybody was, bringing up and everything. It was just awful. We first arrived to Halifax. Everything is so new, I didn't see all those things, and I was very inquisitive, to see everything. I was the one that usually mostly lost, when we had to go and catch the train after. And my sister Lena would come and grab me by the neck. My Chloe says, each time I have to look for you, you gotta stay together because we have to go and catch the train. But it was just amazing when we went to stores and all these things, so many things, never seen big stores or anything like that. It was so different. My father had to go to work. He was paid $15 a month, and the girls all went, for private house, $8, $10 a month. I started working, that was when I passed to grade 7, and then I needed a pair of shoes. So my father says, I haven't got no money. So he says, you have to go to work. During the summer, I went to work on the fields. They were picking people up from 6:30 or so in the morning. They come with a truck to take all the workers, to work on the fields, to about 5, 6 mostly, for $1 a day. I met my future husband in Winnipeg, in a dance hall. It was on Selkirk in Maine. He walked up to me and asked me for a dance, of course, and I says, I can't dance and that. And he says, well, I can't dance either. He says, come on, we both are going to learn. We were married on November 11th, 1937. My sister came with my mother and went to the church, and the priest was there and married us, and just the 4 of us. We lived on Jarvis Avenue. There was a room, a lady was having a rooming house, paying $5 a month. While I was married, I was 1 week short of 17. And then I had my first baby a year, and he was born the same date we took marriage. It was just like a doll for me. I used to play with him like a doll, you know, and to throw him around and laugh. One time he just opened his eyes, you know, just looked at me, you know, thought to myself, what are you doing with me, woman? But, you know, I was playing, he was laughing like, you know, pick his little shirt up and, you know, blowing his stomach, and oh, he was laughing too, you know. We had, of course, had 9 pregnancies, but 8 living. And so I liked the babies, and so did my husband. He liked the kids. The woman bought the place where we had rented the house, and we had to get out from there because her boy was coming. He was in a concentration camp, so we had to give up that house. We had a little shop on Sargent Avenue, and built the garage, so they winterized it and everything, and that's where we lived for 14 months. Lots depended, you know, on families, you know, they were helping around. My husband was there, and his family gave me quite a bit of help, like Mary would help me, like babysit if we wanted to go out someplace, you know, and that. And so it was lots dependent, you know, on family. We used to go in summertime to my sister's place on the farm in Springfield. We had lots of vegetables from her farm. She never charged lots. And the kids really liked it there because they can really play there and everything. So other cousins came. We had, you know, nice talk and that, and it was really nice to get out there, and she was happy to see us, and we were happy to go there. On Sundays, we would like to also go to the beach in summertime and have a nice time there. We had a friend there. Well, my husband had a friend there in Matlock, and the kids really had a nice time. My husband could swim, and he taught the boys how to swim, and they had very nice time. And me, well, I was doing the cooking and so on, would go with them for a while too there, right by the water there. And it was very nice, and had a nice time. And so during the summer we used to go there too, as well as my sisters. And it was very nice. It was a nice house. It was our house. It was built by us, by my husband and his brother. I think that the children all the time, you know, bring their friends, different, the daughters brings their, and then the boys bring their friends, and it's always, you know, an open house sort of thing. But, you know, with a family, a large family like that, you expect it. So I like them to come, you know, and that, have a good time. We had to move from Sherbrooke, and we had the shop built already by that time. Lived there about 30, 35 years or so. The tailor shop we had was always busy. It was a gathering place at times, you know. 2 brothers and a sister worked in our tailor shop. I love my children, my grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and wishing and hoping and praying that they're all healthy and happy.
Today is August 4th, 1981.
Love. Love is the most important. And, like, give unto others as you want them to give unto you. And I believe in that. We also vacationed in Florida in our later years, and it was nice. I even had some of our own kids come over, stay for a while. Our son, Kenny, and his wife, and the little child at the time they had, Colby, stayed with us for a couple of weeks. That was very nice. And then my other daughter came with her husband and the kids and stayed. I think that's what kept us. The love kept us together.
Nettie,
And?
Bill,
And how long have you been married for?
63 years.
I want people to remember me and my children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, that I'm loving, caring, honest, and helpful.